Good morning, YouTube. Just getting set up here, getting my text-to-speech program going here. I think we're good to go. Going to try to run the speech through the truck speakers tonight, see if that goes better. I've been having trouble hearing a lot of that. I'll get some coffee poured out and get moving here. All right, we are good to go. Well, good Wednesday morning or Tuesday night, depending on what it is for you. Alright, I don't see that the truck speakers are working here, so see if that does the trick. Clean the windshield a little here. Should be good to go. So it is trucks left lane only right now for the first part of this construction here. Got about a 15-mile long construction zone altogether right here. Been working on this crap for a couple years now. Slowly getting some new sections of it open up. Alright. And trucks left lane only is going to end right here at this white sign here. Get back over. And it's going to be a bumpy ride for the next few minutes. So being that I'm driving down the highway, I'm unable to read your messages, but I got this nifty little program here. Text-to-speech program, which verbalizes most of the comments and posts that come through, so I'm able to hear it. I do have it set up a little different tonight. I'm trying to get it to play through the truck speakers, so it'll actually get picked up on the live stream. All the posts and comments after the live stream ends, if I go and set the video to public, none of the posts or comments carry over for some reason. Can't quite figure out how to do it. Not even sure if there is a way to do it. But if I can get the audio legibly on the recording, then I can set these to public and have it be entertaining and make sense to people watching it after the fact. So not sure if this stuff will actually play through the speakers or not, but find out soon enough, I'm sure. So currently driving through Joliet, Illinois right now, Interstate 80 heading eastbound. I'm going to take this over to Interstate 65 running southbound, heading down to South Indianapolis for my first delivery today. So the speed limit is 55 miles an hour through this part of the construction zone. It's going to be dipping down to 45 miles an hour in a couple miles here. Hey Mike, if you happen to be on here right now and you're not moving yet, you type in a little message, see if I can get these things to play through my truck speakers. So I'm trying to get set up for tonight to see if it works or not. Well, looks like we're going down to a single lane here. According to that sign anyways. Like it. I got a truck coming around here. Alright, thank you. Been a pretty warm week out here in Illinois. We're getting pretty close to 90 degrees every afternoon so far this week, which I guess sure beats the alternative of ice and snow. It's not doing any justice for my allergies though. Now we're in the 45 mile an hour speed limit construction zone here. Yay for me. have some construction workers up here. So when there's workers around, when there's only barrels up, I slow way down. If somebody happens to hit one of these barrels, and one of these workers gets hit with one of the barrels, it is not going to be pleasant for them. So now if they had the concrete K-bar up separating, that would be a different story. Alright. Hey, looks like that might be getting ready to open that exit up. About damn time. Open up back up here. Good deal. Couple more miles, we'll be out of this construction zone here. If you're just joining in, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. I am on here. I try to get on here about 4 or 5 times a week at least, you know, usually for at least an hour or two at a time. I'm trying to expand and extend how long I'm on here, so I do post other videos, reels and shorts and all that stuff up as crazy stuff happens out here on my channel. Do plan on being on here for maybe another 90 minutes or so tonight. We'll see how it goes. There is a chance that if I lose a signal for an extended period, it'll just automatically end the live stream against my wishes. So in the event that that happens, I'll try to get it turned back on as soon as I can. If not, I do have a little music video promo I cut to promote my live streams. I usually put that up with the message of when I'll be live streaming again. Usually put that up in the afternoon or whatever, but I've been on here every night this week around 2 to 3 a.m. in the morning, so it seems to be a pretty good time. I do have since I can't read the messages and posts and comments going down the highway, I did find this neat little text-to-speech program that I currently have hooked up. It verbalizes all of your posts and comments so I can hear them, respond, and have conversations with y'all going down the highway. So I did try to get it wired up through my truck speakers tonight, so haven't got a message yet to know if it's working or not. So where's everybody at tonight? Where are y'all watching from? All right, out of this construction zone here. Let's hammer down. Got a way station coming up here in a couple miles. It's usually closed. I do have pre-pass, easy pass transponder in here, so if it is open, hopefully I'll get the bypass signal here, get the green light. 1 mile to the way station. hello.
W are you?
I'm good. How are you? Welcome to my live stream. I got the bypass for this way station here, so that's a good thing.
Maya's Peruse. Welcome to my channel. Maya's Peruse said. Said, I'm Iraq.
Cool. Well, welcome to the channel. I am just cruising down Interstate 80, heading eastbound right now.
Farm.
Alright, got a truck getting on down here. Looks like he's going pretty slow. Go ahead and get over here. So currently heading Interstate 80 eastbound here, just a little bit east of Joliet, Illinois right now. Got about 20 miles to the Indiana state line. Got about 30 miles to pick up Interstate 65. I'm going to grab that, run it south, take it down to Indianapolis. Got 2 deliveries in the Indy metro area today. So if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. Trying to get my channel built up a little bit here. I am on here, trying to be on here at least 4 to 5 times throughout the week. I try to come on for, an hour to 2 hours. Hopefully I'll get it up to 3 to 4 hours at a time. Streaming, I've had a lot of fun doing it. I'm relatively new to doing the live streams. Been maybe doing them for less than a month at this point, so. Does sound like your posts and comments are coming through my truck speakers, which I was trying to get set up for tonight. So obviously I can't read your messages and comments going down the highway, so I found this text-to-speech program so I can have those comments verbalized. Now that I got them through my truck speakers, I'm able to actually hear them going down the highway. So. Up to speed now. Hey Jim, how you doing tonight, buddy? Is that does that say you're from Iraq? That's pretty cool. I'm from the Columbus, Ohio area in the United States here. Alright. Getting a bunch of trucks all jumbled up here. Dayton Freight here. Got a little half-a-mile construction zone here. And got a truck on the shoulder, which I'm not going to be able to move over for. This guy's going to let me over. Good deal. Appreciate that. Always good to change lanes for that traffic if you can. You never know when somebody, especially at nighttime, is going to be walking around that trailer. Dayton Freight, let me over again. Don't disconnect now. Alright, I think it reconnected here. These cell phone signals are crazy. It's like they change all the time from day to day, night to night. Sometimes you got a great signal through here, sometimes we got a horrible signal, so I know if I lose signal for an extended period, it will automatically end the live stream against my wishes. I hope it doesn't do that. If it does, I apologize. I will try to get back on, but there's a good possibility I won't be able to, so I'll generally be back on tomorrow night around the same time. That's what I shoot for. I have this little music video promo I cut together to help promote my live streams. I usually put up with an update, a message every day about what time I'll be on, getting on for the live stream. Usually put that up by 2 or 3 in the afternoon. So if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. I do post a lot of other videos on here, just some of the crazy shit that happens day in and day out. You know, there's a lot of stupid stuff that happens on the roadways. Apologize, my allergies are killing me tonight. Alright, speed limit dropped a little bit here. I had decreased some speed. Bumpity bump bump bump. Don't want to do it on the right because that right lane is going to get dumped right into Turnpike toll booth exit only in less than 2 miles. Seems to be a bit of truck traffic out here tonight. They don't really put a sign up early enough that this far right lane is going to just basically be forced to exit, and everybody tries to get over at the last second. And I see this all over the place throughout areas I drive where they don't give you any heads up that that lane's going to end. So yeah, so it says pay toll 1 mile. All these guys in the right lane are going to get jammed up here. So Interstate 80 is going to join up with Interstate 294 here in about a mile. That far right lane is going to exit to some toll booths. The middle lane is going to end. And then this lane I'm in now is going to be exit only in about a mile and a half. So that's why I'm riding in the left lane. Get past all these slow pokes. So they all got over before that lane ended without everybody having to smash their brakes, so that's a good thing. Probably gonna have an R&L Carriers truck pass me here. Seemed to be gaining on me a while back there. I don't even think that's him passing on the left side now. Right there. Ah, damn. So currently heading Interstate 80 eastbound. I got a few more miles of Illinois before we cross the Indiana line. Got about 6 miles or so. We'll be crossing over into Indiana. Then we're going to pick up Interstate 65, head south down to Indianapolis for a couple deliveries this morning. So I've been driving truck for about 18 years or so. I'm based out of Columbus, Ohio. I basically work out of a warehouse in Illinois for the week, delivering to Indiana. Let's get out of the way. Looks like an Amazon trailer here. You gotta be careful. The guys that drive those Amazon trailers are, well, we'll get into that some other time. Alright, now this guy, he's got his 4-ways on, not sure why. I'm gonna get out of the way just in case. So anyways, work out of a warehouse in Illinois. Make deliveries throughout Indiana in the mornings, drive back to Illinois in the afternoons. Do that every day, and then technically long. I do 6 days a week, 12 to 14 hours a day. A lot of the weeks I don't even go back to Columbus just to save a few hours of wear and tear on my mind, body, and soul. I mean, these 75 to 80 hour work weeks just run you into the ground after a while, so saving 3 to 5 or sometimes 6 or 7 hours of wear and tear makes a huge difference. Got this tow truck driving all crazy here. So if you're just joining in, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'm relatively new to the live stream business here. Trying to get on here at least 4 or 5 times a week. An hour and a half to 2 hours at a time. Sometimes, I'm trying to get it longer, so it takes me a little while to build up my stamina while working this ridiculous work schedule of mine, so I do put a lot of other videos up as they happen, as crazy stuff happens out here on the road. A lot of shorts and other videos on my channel, so make sure you hit the subscribe button and check some of those out. I was into filmmaking right out of high school, which was quite some time ago, and had made a little 30-minute, wrote, directed, and produced a little 30-minute short film, so that is on the YouTube channel as well. If you click on it, go to the videos, and then click, it's like one of the first couple videos I put up was that, and so recently getting back into trying to do some scripted material and some other planned videos, so stay tuned for some of that stuff. Let me get around these guys here. But just trying to get used to some of the new equipment from when I did the short film. It was almost 30 years ago now, almost. I did that little short film, so getting acclimated with all the editing software and cameras, and it's pretty neat. Alright, let's get over here. A lot of truck traffic tonight. And just to give you a heads up, even though I cannot read your comments and posts going down the highway, I did find this text-to-speech program that verbalizes all of your posts and comments. I have it rigged up to play to my truck speakers currently, so I am able to hear your messages and sometimes respond. A lot of the times respond, so all right. now in Indiana. FML. So my signal sometimes gets a little, well, non-existent right around in here. Just about all the worst stuff I've ever experienced in life. Mostly happens in the state of Indiana. So.
Jason Uchitz, welcome to my channel. Jason Uchitz said, Hammond in.
Oh, what's up, Hammond? I'm actually, instead of going back to Columbus, Ohio this weekend, I'm thinking about heading up to the Chicago area. I love the Horseshoe. Go there all the time. Play a lot of poker. So I need to figure out a way to live stream from a casino. I don't know if they'll let me do that or not, but I'm gonna get into some interesting scenarios.
Jason Uchitz said, Hammond, Indiana. I used to walk to that casino.
I wish I could walk to that casino. Where I usually have to park my truck at ends up being a $60 Uber ride one way. And if I go there and lose a couple thousand playing poker, I have to hitchhike back to my truck, so. I'm kidding. That's put on a credit card. But it's painful, $120. So round trip Uber ride to drinks there. They are like $17 each for a double. It's quite expensive around there. The widest U-Haul's in that second lane, driving like a Nimrod. Idiots, absolute idiots. So many of them out here. Well, welcome to my live stream, Jason. Glad to have you on here. On my way to Indianapolis this morning. Make 2 deliveries, turn around, and head back to near Utica, Illinois. Basically just run back and forth all week. Picking up, delivering. So I work a regional account doing retail deliveries, retail locations. So I absolutely dislike it. It's not the type of driving I want to be doing, so I'm hoping maybe this coming summer to get back driving over the road. Definitely be a lot more interesting content doing that than running these same boring routes day in, day out, week in, week out. So fortunately or unfortunately, I make way too much money to voluntarily walk away from this right now. So. But give me till May or June, I'll find a way to get fired, I'm sure. What's up, Randy Johnson?
Rand Johnson, welcome to my channel. Randy Johnson said, ever make it to Texas?
I used to all the time. I haven't been down there since about 2016 though. I've been doing a bunch of regional type of accounts. I was owner-operator. Used to run out there all the time. Mainly through Dallas, down to Laredo quite often. So I absolutely miss it. I drive these same boring routes now up in Ohio, Indiana, and Illinois. And every once in a while I'll be driving a stretch on a rural route and it'll remind me of Texas. So I just pretend I'm driving in Texas just to just to remember the old days. So what part of Texas you from?
Randy Johnson said, I bet that is boring.
It's still better than working in an office every day, but
Randy Johnson said, DFW Metroplex.
oh, nice. I remember I was down there. I was an owner operator. I was in a fight with my company about the fuel discounts we were getting. So now I'm originally from Ohio, but our Dallas terminal had the cheapest fuel in our network, and it was cheaper by about 50 cents a gallon. So I basically stayed. I made them run me through our Dallas terminal like every other trip, so I didn't have to buy any fuel other than at that location. And that was back in 2015. Stayed there for 3.5 months till they finally relented and put some other discounts in place. But I was down there with AT&T Stadium for the national championship game when the Ohio State Buckeyes played Oregon. I think it was in let's say February of 2015, and oh man, I had a front row seat in a suite. It was spectacular. So that's one nice stadium. But my owner-operator truck was getting old. When I parked it, it still ran fine. I just knew it was getting close to being towards the end of its useful life. It had 1.9 million miles on it when I parked it. And I went to go work for Walmart at that point, which was the highest paying company driving job you can get pretty much in the country at that time. Did that for a few years. Got sick, couldn't drive for a couple of years. Got better. And now I'm doing this.
Randy Johnson said, what vehicle are you driving?
Driving a piece of shit Volvo right now. Usually drive, I've driven Freightliners for most of my driving career, which is better part of 18 years, give or take.
Randy
And,
Johnson said, OMG.
yeah, some people love Volvos. They think they're the Cadillac of trucks, but I mean, I think mine's a 2022, maybe a 2022 and a half, something like that. And it's junk. I mean, all these trucks are junk nowadays. You know, they make everything out of plastic. I mean, all the cabinets in the back, like in the like the living quarters of the
Randy
truck,
Johnson
are just all
said,
broken.
what is your future vehicle?
Hopefully anything but a Volvo. So, like I said, I've driven Freightliner most of my career, so I wouldn't mind getting back into a Freightliner, but it's been a few years since I've driven one, so they might not even be the same anymore.
Connie. Welcome to my channel. DS_187 Connie said, TNT. Randy Johnson said, Kenworth or Mack?
I haven't driven too many Kenworths, so I've heard good things about them. I think Kenworth is owned by Peterbilt. I think they're pretty much the same. Haven't really ever driven a Peterbilt either. Mack and Volvo are actually owned by the same companies, But I heard Mack still keeps their assembly lines, engines, and everything pretty much completely separate from Volvo. So I've heard good things about Macks. I don't think I've ever driven a Mack, ever. So I know I've seen some of the newer day cabs, like the front, like the grille, like their hood, the shape and the design looks pretty sweet. So, and then there's Internationals, which are also pretty much garbage. It's hard to find good quality anything anymore. They make everything to be so disposable.
Randy Johnson said, "Would you ever drive a Tesla?"
Like a Tesla truck? I mean, I would, if I was a company driver and you were paying me some of the highest rates in the country to drive a truck, I mean, I'll pretty much drive whatever they give me. When I buy one, I mean, I wouldn't want to, but...
Randy Johnson said, "Truck."
Gotcha, yeah. I wouldn't want to buy one probably right now, but you know, I'm pretty open-minded. So I mean, if the you know, if I wanted to be an owner-operator and it made financial sense and the batteries were good and this and that, like I said, you know, if you know, I'm out here to make money. So if I can make more money with the Tesla without much more work or inconvenience, and you know, I think I absolutely would. I prefer internal combustion. I'm just an old school, you know, muscle car type of car guy, so I prefer not to drive electric vehicles, but like I said, I'm out here to make money. If I'm going to buy a
Randy
truck, I'm
Johnson
in it to make money,
said,
so.
"I would rent one to see how it feels, then that would tell you if you want to own one."
Yeah, and I think as time goes on, the technology is just going to get better and better as far as that stuff goes, battery capacities and, you know, how far you can drive on it. You know, I mean, all that stuff usually trends to improving over time. So, but like I said, you know, if I can make more money, especially if I can make a lot more money driving something like that, I think I would almost have to, no matter what. So, but it just comes
Randy
down
Johnson
to a dollars and
said,
cents kind of
"I
thing.
agree."
What do you do for work, Randy?
Randy Johnson said, "Is that Volvo automatic?"
It is. Yeah, pretty much all new trucks are automatics nowadays. It's reversed from the way it used to be. If you want a manual transmission, you actually have to pay more, and that's you have to, like, that's an option to get the manual, but it will probably cost you at least a few $1,000s more to get a manual transmission nowadays. So back when I drove a manual, the thought of driving an automatic was you know, just made me sick to my stomach. Even maybe the first 6 months or so I drove the automatic, I hated it. But as with anything, you adapt, you get used to it, and now I think back to, you know, when I'm in a traffic jam, you know, a 5-mile backup on the interstate, how many times I had to push that clutch in to get moving, come to a stop, get moving, you know, shifting third, fourth to fifth, and then back to a dead stop. I mean, but I'm probably burning a lot less calories nowadays because of that too. That was probably all the exercise I used to get, so.
Randy Johnson said, "I'm an all-around handyman construction kind of guy."
Oh, cool. Yep, should be no shortage of work for you down in DFW there.
Randy Johnson said, "It keeps me busy."
Ah, it's good. Yep, I don't want to work that hard, so that's why I drive truck. It's long hours and crazy, but yeah, for the most part, I just sit on my ass all day and either talk on my phone or chat with you guys. So it's pretty enjoyable. I didn't start driving until I was about 29 or so. Wish I would have thought about doing it sooner, to be honest. So.
Randy Johnson said, "I'm going to subscribe to you and I'll holler at you later."
Sounds great. Thanks for your conversation, Randy. I'll chat with you next time. Thanks for subscribing.
Randy Johnson said, "It's nice talking to you." Randy Johnson said, "Stay safe."
You got it, brother. You do the same. All right, finally out of that shitty construction zone. Thank goodness. It's only a few miles until the next one, though. All right, not sure if my signal stayed strong through that section or not. It usually gets a little weak going through Gary, Indiana there. Trying to figure out where I want to get something to eat at tonight. Time is at 3:30, 116 mile, 45. Do I want McDonald's or Arby's? That is the question. All right, currently heading Interstate 65 southbound right now. On my way to Indianapolis Metro. Got 2 deliveries to make today before I turn back around and head back to central Illinois. Should be about 550 miles of driving today. Probably be about a 13-hour workday if everything goes according to plan, which almost nothing ever does. So reels and all that good stuff up as crazy shit happens out here. So I'm also on Facebook. I'm doing most of the live streams on the YouTube. I don't have a text-to-speech program yet for the Facebook Live, so even when I do find one for that, I think I'm going to do most of the live streams on here. So please hit that subscribe button. What do we got coming up here? Slow vehicle. And another construction zone. Yeehaw.